Feedback can be really scary. Whether we're a new instructor to seasoned experts in group fitness, it can be hard to ask for what we need. Alternatively, it can be hard to know exactly what we need. Extensive research from multiple sectors such as education and business don't lie. Feedback helps us move along. The difficulty comes when feedback can be framed in a negative sense. It can also be challenging when we don't know how to give or receive feedback. It can be hard to know exactly where to go, so it helps to start with what are you searching for and who do I ask? Learning to build resilience and being brave to ask for feedback is the easiest way to create longevity, harmony, and growth in the ways that you teach. One of the first questions I like to ask myself is, what am I searching for? This helps me know exactly who to go to. When we think about who we have access to, I like to think of it in these 4 buckets. First, access to self, through videotaping yourself, through self-reflection. Second, I think of participants, the people that come and take your classes, the general public, shall we say. 3, peers, instructors who teach alongside of you in your club, other instructors on the internet that you meet in our Facebook groups. And 4th, experts, your mentors, your trainers, your assessors, your presenters, the people that are seasoned experts in the field to help guide you. When you think about these buckets, who do you see yourself going back to feedback easily? Which bucket scares you the most? I'd love to know below. Here's some ways I personally bucket these so that I can understand what I'm searching for. So if I'm looking for self-goals, accountability, technique work, that's usually stuff I can ask myself and my camera by filming myself, teaching, practicing, and looking back over that footage and listening to the ways I teach to help self-assess. Am I reaching my goals? Am I doing more of X, Y, and Z? Am I performing the technique of this move that I struggle with a little bit better in position or execution? That second bucket is your participants. Remember, we don't talk shop talk with our participants. They're there for the experience. So who better to ask about the experience than our participants? What's the vibe of the class? What's the temperature in the room? What's the music like? Are my words coming through clear? When I think about asking participants for feedback, I think about asking them questions that relate to external objectives, them. It's about them and their experience. Asking them what they need, what they're getting, and maybe finding the gaps is a good way to help self-assess as the instructor. What do I need to do in my bag of tools as an instructor to improve the experience for them? When you think about these buckets, who do you see yourself going back to feedback easily? Which bucket scares you the most? Let me know. I'd love your feedback. Peer feedback. This is where you can talk shop a little bit. For me, one of my peer feedback partners is Steven. Steven is quite different from me as an instructor. He has different personality, he has different coaching assets and different strengths. I ask him questions about the nuance of our teaching. Are there ways that I could have better manipulated intensity, reacted through pulse, look, see, and respond? Was I missing some types of motivators? Getting the peer feedback is really important because you can really get down to the nuts and bolts of what we do day to day. And if it's somebody that's in your club already, they may see a perspective of some of the similar people that you teach. 4th, seasoned experts. These are your mentors, like your group fitness manager, your trainer. If I feel like I'm in a plateau and I don't really know what questions I should be asking, this is the time that we seek out are seasoned experts. You can do this by signing up for a formal training, like an advanced training, signing up for some kind of coaching call, setting up time with your group fitness manager to ask for feedback. The key difference here is instead of the nuts and bolts, experts are going to help coach you. The key to this journey is not being told what to do. It's absorbing the feedback that helps you guide your own journey. When I give feedback in coaching, I like to think of myself as a mirror, reflecting the things to that person that are harder to see from the inside. Peers and expert feedback are going to give you more tangible examples that are related to the objective criteria of teaching, such as our 5 key elements, the ways that we coach, and so forth. When you think about these buckets, who do you see yourself going back to feedback easily? Which bucket scares you the most? Let me know. I'd love your feedback. Truly, the biggest problem with feedback that I see with instructors is that they don't ask for it. Asking for feedback is not a sign of weakness or incompetency. It shows that you're actively pursuing the ways that you develop yourself day in and day out. It helps you stand stronger in who you are, what you do, and how you do it. So the next time you're thinking about feedback, think about those questions. What am I searching for? Who do I have access to? And how can I be brave to ask today? And when you can set up a partnership with someone where you both share feedback to one another, maybe on a regular basis, you create something that's mutually beneficial. One of my favorite ways with my friend Steven is to think about feedback in the sense of, what is one thing that I feel strong in today? And what is one thing that I'm working on today? This keeps the feedback more structured, and it helps give you something that's a strength as well as an opportunity to develop. Have you tried this technique? And if not, are you going to try it this week? How can you use these examples and feedback to accelerate your career this week? Let me know. I'd love your feedback.